Hello, guys. I know this is an awkward time for many people for me to do the live stream, but it's the only opportunity I have today. I know most people in England will be at work. Pretty much everyone in the US and Mexico will be sleeping. But this is a video that many people will need to watch. I've just posted my full Foden code. It's one of the best I've ever done. At exposing the Premier League, at exposing a person, at exposing the supernatural, at exposing Lucifer. If you watch that Foden video, it's going to send shivers down your spine, okay? Why he got a hat trick, why he wears number 47, why he's being pushed so much from a young age, why he replaced David Silva, okay? Why Man City are going to win the Premier League, why Haaland's going to get the Golden Boot, all the stuff I said at the beginning of the season. I'm going to expose this league, and I do it better than anybody. I'm going to keep doing it until more people stop watching it and stop giving their energy to it. Your energy is sacred. And if this season hasn't woken you up already with some of the results, like this one, 6-3, you may never accept it, to be honest. How you doing, baby? Jan? I'm well. I've been busy with my website this morning. I'm going out for Italian food with my dad, brother, uncle, a few friends tonight at 6:30. Another 6-3, which is hilarious. I've just thought about that. Just these syncs in my life. I told you I did that race with my mum who came 98th on the day that Spurs dropped to 5-2, won the 98th prime. And Queen Elizabeth died on 9-8. And then see yesterday with that Leeds Villa draw. See what happened with that, why it was a draw. See the number 23 got sent off as well, the 9th prime. Well, literally, the reason why that game was a draw yesterday, Leeds and Villa, is because Leeds have 9 points now and Villa have 8. She's 9-8 again for Elizabeth's death. And we know Prince Philip supports Aston Villa because it's all coded. That's why he supports them. I've shown you that. Imagine me actually getting a notification for your live. It's laughable at this point. Did you get one? I'm getting loads of people telling me they're not getting notified. They're not even getting notified of my posts now on Twitter. So again, I've rattled enough cages. I'll keep rattling cages and I'll keep exposing. It is frustrating. Still don't have 6,000. I'm knocking on the door of 6,000 subs. I should be having 6 million with what I do, and that's the reality. Again, watch my Foden video. Go back, guys. If you're new to my channel, go back to my first video about Kobe Bryant to my most recent one. I know I've done about 807 videos. Watch them. Should literally be like a whole documentary about my videos and what I've exposed, but nah, that's not how it works in Satan's realm, is it? God bless you, Brother Adam. God bless you too. Thank you for that. Good afternoon from London, Adam. Hello, Divine Feminine Living UK, baby. You're working? I'm technically working here by doing this. We all have different jobs, don't we? At least what I do, I enjoy, but it is mentally tiring what I do. Putting together videos and getting the images and coding it and presenting it and editing it and uploading it. People say to me, "You've got such a great job, Illusion, aren't you?" Just coding, it's like it's way, way, way more than that. And it's not just coding. It's literally coding our universe and the reality that we're living in. It's not just something minor. It's not doing your times tables, is it, baby? Hello, Jenny. How you doing? It's morning. Yeah, I think it is. Oh, it's afternoon for me. 12:44. But wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. God bless. We shouldn't really say good morning, should we? Because morning's connected to death. Got to be careful with the English language, as we know. Immaculate Form, thank you. Chronic Masturbator. Spider, you got one? A notification? Good. Yeah, I got the notification possibly because I was halfway through the Foden video. Philip Foden, Philip spelt like Prince Philip. I'll get into that. And how connected Philip Walter Foden is with Prince Philip, with the Queen, with royalty. Okay. It is scandalous how it's all connected. It's also very beautiful. But at this point, I am showing that this whole universe is connected and coded. Aren't I? Look, 21 in the life, 4 likes. That's Queen Elizabeth's birthday. It's funny how 21 times 4 is 84. Number 9, Martial, scores after 84 minutes. Scores 7 minutes later, that huge number with the universe, the number 7. 7 days in a week, 7 colors in a rainbow, 7 chakras, 7 deadly sins. Can go on all day. 7 golden candlesticks, 7 dwarfs. 7 is huge. It's connected to 49. 7 times 7 is 49. When you add up all the goals in this game, it's 490 minutes. Philip died 4-9, where Philip Foden starred. Like I said, he would score. The last time these two teams met, by the way, was the 6th of March, 6-3. And then the game after, it finishes 6-3. And that was 211 days before this game, the 47th prime. Foden's number, you'll see in my video how I discuss how huge that number is, how it's connected to silver, because the atomic number of silver is 47, and Foden replaced David Silva. Again, I will do another book with just all my best codes, and you'll see how they all sync up to one another. The Queen book should be read by millions, when in reality it's being read by about 300 or 400 people. It is scandalous, but I'll keep putting out the work. Look at that, 26 in the live, 6 likes. Philip Walter Foden, 266. Pope Francis, the 266 Pope. It's why LeBron James and Kobe Bryant were drafted the 26th of June, 266. Paris Saint-Germain's 266, where Messi went, the Argentinian. Obviously, Pope Francis is from Argentina, or at least that's what they tell us. Never know. City scored their first derby hat-trick after 52 years. Yeah, and Elizabeth became the Queen in 52. If you add up Foden's first 2 goals, 8 and 44, you get 52 minutes. I could do it all day. The word Pope gets you 52. It's 52 weeks in a year, 52 cards in a deck. It's a joke. It really is a joke at this point. What else have we got? 44. Yeah, Foden scored after 44 minutes, 4 months and 4 days after his birthday, and it was the 4th goal City scored in the game. Elizabeth had 4 children. The Jubilee lasted 4 days. The 4 horsemen, the UK is made up of 4 countries. The dialing code's +44. Again, come on. Come on. It's a joke. It's a joke. And Haaland, who I said would get the golden boot because he's called the Beast, and every number under the sun for him to get it. He's got 14 goals in 8 games. And the Premier League season started on a day leaving 148 days left in the year and ends on the 148th day of the year. And now he's got 14 goals in 8 games. Really? Check it for yourself. Go on my website, check all this stuff I post every day. If you're not on my website at this point and you follow my work, I have no idea, unless you deeply have no money, why you're not supporting what I'm doing and what I post every day. You only get a snippet of it in my lives, what I do and the stuff I call. Told you I don't have time to do videos for everything that I predict. I had the Bulls yesterday. All right. At one point, they were plus 700 in the game because they were getting beat 23. They win 23-20, don't they? With 3 seconds left on the clock. They get 3 points for a field goal to win it. I could do a video about that. But I just don't have time in the day to do it all. And I decided to watch the highlights of this game. And again, the marking. Like Ericsson just walking around the field. I knew he wasn't scoring because I coded his numbers. I was like, there's no chance he's scoring. He has 52 Premier League goals. Of course he does. And I was just watching it. It's like, it's an absolute joke. The level, the standard for supposedly the best league in the world, 2 of the best teams in the world, the way they try and big it all up. The standard's not even good at all. And in the interview before the game, Haaland with Gary Neville, who's nothing but a Mason, mediocre footballer when he played, yet he played for his country with his sister Philippa Neville. He was interviewing Haaland. Haaland basically said in the interview, you can go back and watch it, that Guardiola tells the team what's going to happen before it even happens. He says it's so crazy. The gaffer can tell us what's going to happen before it happens. He tells us the day before what's going to happen. So that made me think maybe they did know. Maybe those players did know at the start of the game it was going to end 6-3. Maybe Foden did know he was getting a hat-trick. He might not have known exactly how he was going to get it. But the fact that Haaland's come out and said, Pep tells us what's going to happen before it happens. And then people laugh it off. And Haaland was wearing lipstick. Go back and watch the interview. He was wearing lipstick because it's a female. Yes. Yes. The Baphomet. Watch my video with Foden where he scored at Anfield and he did that. The Baphomet. They all do it. Go on my Twitter if you're not on my Twitter. Show your friends the images that I post of these top stars all doing the same celebrations. All right? Why? Why? Because it's all Masonic, Satanic, which are connected at the highest level. Not all Masons are Satanists, not at all. The high-ranked ones are. And they're the ones who are studying black magic. And it's not the players that are determining the outcomes of these games at all. Nothing to do with that at all. That's why there can be massive shocks. It's why suddenly Liverpool can go from winning the FA Cup, the League Cup, one game away from winning the Premier League, one game away from winning the Champions League, to now they can't beat Fulham. They can't beat Brighton. They can't beat Everton. What's happened in the span of a few months? And then there'll always be an excuse like, well, Mane left. Mane was so important for the way Liverpool played. Really? They brought in supposedly 2 world-class strikers. Right? It don't matter. And I say supposedly world-class. I'd love to play against some of these morons. I would. And I've said it, Anna, since I was about 17. I'd love to play against them. Nowhere near as good as people think they are. And I'm backing that up now. Pretty much backed up everything I've said, haven't I, at this point? Am I going to get everything right? Am I going to predict every single outcome? No. No, because if this is God and this is supernatural, I ain't going to beat that. All right? But I've shown, as well as anybody now, that everything's coded, that symbolism is huge, that there are people in this world that worship Satan, that there is a Church of Satan in San Francisco that was founded in 1966, the year England won the World Cup. That's a real thing, guys. There is a Church of Satan in San Francisco. Pope Francis, Papa Francisco, always does this. Okay? Easy, Adam, with you from Bradford all the way. Love your work. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate it. After the game, when I said 6-2, I was like, man, where's illusion? I'm sure there's a decode. I was slightly disappointed with the 6-3. 6-3 was big because Guardiola took over at Man City in 2016, the 63rd try. They last played on the 6th of March, 6-3. Queen Victoria reigned for 63 years. 6 + 3 is 9. All the 9s that I've been talking about. It's why Haaland got a hat-trick, number 9. Martial, number 9, got 2. You had Jesus scoring number 9. Callum Wilson, number 9. Firmino, number 9, getting 2. You had Aubameyang, number 9. Don't get me started on Gallagher getting the winning goal in the last minute, who was on loan at Palace, a club that are really connected to the Queen, hence Palace, and Chelsea, probably the team most connected to the Queen. And when you see that your boy Potter was born on 5/20 and Elizabeth's funeral was 520 days after Philip's, you'll see why. The Potter as well is mockery with magic. They keep talking about Potter and magic because of Harry Potter. Harry's all connected to Prince Harry. That's why you had Harry Kane and Harry Maguire score the penalties for England in the Euro 2020 final. And the 3 black players missed. Add up their jersey numbers. 11, 17, 25, you get 53. Italy win the Euros the first time in 53 years. The opening goal of the Euros was after 53 minutes in the game between Italy and Turkey. And the game was in Rome, where the Vatican is, and ended in London, where Freemasonry was founded. Because it's all ritualistic. It's why Italy can win the Euros and then shortly after miss out on qualifying for the World Cup. If you still think it's the players and the coach at this point, after watching my videos, then I really hope that you snap out of it. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, Cheeto. When was the last time you've done pull-ups? Friday. Southampton 6-3, Man United Ritual 2. Seems like all the biggest defeats under Fergie are being replicated in rituals. Yeah, because history repeats itself. When Man United blamed their jerseys, the colour of the jerseys, on why they lost 6-3. No, it was the code why they got beat 6-3 by Letizier's Saints. The Saints beat the Devils, didn't they? Which is actually nice. The Saints, Southampton, destroyed the Red Devils, Man United. It's off the charts, really, isn't it? Hey, Lady Hawk, thank you again for your support the other day and for your support over the last 2 years. I really appreciate you. But yeah, guys, wait until you see my video. Again, if you're on my website, you've seen this. If you're not on my website, check it out, guys. Check it out. Again, I went out yesterday. I got this average meal and it was like 13 quid just for the meal without even the drink. Pound, not dollars, pound. Although pound and dollars pretty much the same now, because the Ukraine's really affecting the pound. What a joke that is. The sterling, Raheem Sterling, anybody? Phil Foden, who's connected to David Silva, who links up well with Bernardo Silva. All connected to money, currency. Currency is energy, which they're taking from you every time that you give them it by watching them and idolizing them and cheering when they score a goal because they're in your fantasy team and you captained Haaland. Nephilim. I don't have a bank account, Adam. I will try to get one. Okay, mate. Predicted it 2 weeks ago that City would go for 20 points and 210. Nice. The reason they got to 20 points, well, there's many reasons. Guardiola was born in 71. He was hired by Man City on July the 1st, 7-1. 71's the 20th prime. We got to 20 points. MCFC, Manchester City Football Club, is 20. Notice how United stayed on 12. There was a riddle that I didn't post, which I could have done, which was connected to the Olympics, which was in London in 2012. And the Olympic Stadium was made in 2016. When Guardiola came over to Manchester, again, Guardiola at this point is just a high-ranked magician, Mason, Satanist. Like, you can't be at Barcelona, you can't captain Barcelona, dominate at Barcelona as a player, be the most successful coach in the history, and then go to Bayern Munich, the most successful team in Germany, and then cruise over to Manchester and win everything other than the Champions League. Just by being a good coach, guys. All right, you can convince yourself that if you want. And Guardiola is one of the better actors, I would say. Like, every time City score, he's going insane. Like, City took a 6-2 lead, and he's running around going insane. I get it in the last minute if you've got a winning goal. But pretty much every time they score, he goes mental. Because it's energy. The more he goes mental, the more the crowd goes mental. That's why he often goes mental at the Etihad. He doesn't really do it away from home. He kind of just claps away from home. At the Etihad, or in a big game, it goes wild because the fans see that and then they go wild. And in reality, you're watching a group of guys, a group of Masons who worship Satan, run around a field, kicking a ball. And the average fan, I guess Premier League fan, is probably spending 56, 60 quid to go to that game, to drive there, to buy some food, to have a few beers beforehand. And you're watching a Masonic, satanic ritual where the outcome's already been predetermined. And at this point, you can say, I don't think they know what's going on, or I think they all know. It don't matter, does it? I don't think it truly matters that. The fact is, it's all coded, and the outcome's been determined before the game. And this celebration that they do, which is the Masonic vow of silence that they do, that they all seem to do, and they say it's silencing the crowd. Why were they doing it during the games where there were no fans in the stadium then? Why was Neymar still doing this when there were actually no fans there because of COVID? So they're just mocking you. And again, I'm proving that they are mocking you. Either they're not mocking you and it's something supernatural that's mocking you, or these players and politicians and celebrities are fully aware that they're mocking you. Either way, you're getting mocked. Either way. You should aspire to master magic. I will not study magic. People say what I'm doing now is magic, and I shouldn't be doing it because I'm reading the future, and only God can do that and giving me abuse for it. No, I ain't going into the deep rituals of magic. I've come across a code. I'm absolutely gifted at identifying patterns, and I reveal them because I do this for the right reasons. People are using magic to gain in regards to, I don't know, fulfilling a ritual or whatever it may be, to gain in society, to profit from it. Like, I'm really doing it to expose. The main goal of what I do is to expose it all. And I do it every day. And it's tiring and it's exhausting. And if anyone says, well, he has a website, he's making money off it, barely anything for what I am doing. Again, if this was a fair reality, I'd be a millionaire from this knowledge. My book about the Queen would be best-selling if it was legit. Like, if it was fair, but it's not. It's just not. I think styles of plays are real, but they all play in the scoreline and all are in on it. Again, it depends who's behind the game. Like, I don't think for a second that all week they prepare and it's all organic and then the outcome is just because that team's better than that team. I don't think the players know everything about how it's being done. There is a chance none of them know. I don't believe that for a second at all, but there is a chance. You've got to be open to lots of things here. All I'm showing you is that it's all coded. Most of my code was about 62 for Man City to win. That's why I was slightly disappointed when Martial made it 6-3, because I had about 7 things for 6-2. I was like, Man United are 6th in the league, Man City are 2nd, 6-2. Queen equals 62. She was coronated on June the 2nd, 6-2 in 1953, the 60-second triangular number. I had all these 62s, so many of them. And I thought, all right, 6-2, that's just perfect. And then I realized the 6-3, I can see why they've done that, but 6-2 would have just been like perfect. And so often they'll do that with me, like the 91st or 93rd or 96th minute. The number I've really heavily emphasized, that's the score. And then in the 96th, there's a penalty. How many pens? How many pens? And for the people, no offense to you, I tried to tell you all, telling me Man United were winning, Man United were winning. Again, just look at the line. They were not winning at 7-1. Just look at the line. I don't care what numbers you're going to throw at me about a Munich air disaster or about the numbers Ronaldo has, who's not even playing at the moment, or Ten Hag, how Man United are going to win the league because they last won it 10 years ago and now we have Ten Hag and number 10 Rashford got player of the month. That's tiny. City are winning the league. All right. Sometimes, like, again, the people who code, who are still fans of teams, you're gonna get screwed over by that because you're gonna be emotionally investing in it. So a lot of the people tell me Man United were gonna beat Man City were people who still support Man United, even though they know everything is a ritual within the games. They're still supporting the team. I'm super neutral. I don't care. I don't care if England win the World Cup personally for me, and I'm going to enjoy it and wear my England shirt. I don't care. I'd like them to win it to expose why they won it. Big difference. What about that playlist you shared on your website? I would recommend you get through the whole playlist. People say we're all magicians. People say we're all little magicians, but you know what I'm getting at. I'm talking about the supernatural. I'm a normal lad who's studied a code and got really good at it. I ain't taking part in ceremonies or rituals or worshipping Lucifer. It's very different. There's different degrees of magic, isn't there? There's white magic, dark magic, black magic, all this stuff. But magic's real. All right? Magic's very, very real. Songs are all for Satan. The 5 best songs written about San Francisco. Yeah, Satan, you got the top 10. Satan equals 10. That's why Rashford, I said he'll have a big year, number 10, for the Red Devils, because they're heavily connected to number 10. That's why the leading goal scorer of all time is Wayne Rooney, who wore number 10. It is a big mistake, yeah, to code and be a fan. Martial 9 scored twice for the 81st goal with United. Excellent. 9 times 9 is 81. 8 plus 1 is 9. It's a joke. It really is. Martial, number 9, scored 2, like 9-9. Prince Philip died at age 99 on the 99th day of the year. Combined the timing of the goals, 490 minutes. 4 9s, the 99th day of the year. At this point, I don't know what to say. The square root of 49 is 7. Martial's 2 goals were scored 7 minutes apart. He just comes on and bangs 2 goals because of his number. Spurs dropped to 5-2-1, the 98th prime, the day Elizabeth died. Man City are now 6-2, aren't they? 6 wins, 2 draws for another 62. That's why I was like, oh, they're going to really give me this, the 6-2 scoreline, and them to become 6-2 in the league. Something in me, I was telling my mate, I was like, I think it was Thomas Lockwood, they're gonna knock another one in, and that was after about 80 odd minutes. Said they'll probably do me here, but I was quite comfortable with it because if it would have been 7-2, that's the day of the year Francis became the Pope, the 72nd day of the year. That's why Aston Villa beat Liverpool the other year 7-2. in a huge ritual. And that's when Liverpool were really, really good. Where Trent was on fire and now he can't defend. Again, if you know the game, Trent, which I've said for what? Maybe 4 years, Trent Alexander-Arnold can't defend. He defends like a schoolboy. He can't defend. Can he whip a ball? Can he score a few set pieces? Yeah, any half-decent footballer can do that, especially whip a ball. Can he defend? He's never been able to defend. I used to stick up for Robertson. I said Robertson can actually get forward. He can defend. I could see why, if I believed the game was real, why Andrew Robertson, who, by the way, is number 26, Queen 26, born in 26, became the Queen on 2-6. Her dad died on 2-6. Man City second in the league. Man United 6. Elizabeth's mother died at age 101, the 26 prime. So someone like Robertson, I was like, yeah, he's a decent player, but he got released by Celtic, didn't he? So I wonder what he did to get to that next level. He got released by Celtic, and then he becomes the best left back in the world. I guess he just worked hard on the training pitch, didn't he? The wee Scotsman. Royal equals 26. Old age 26. Nice. And Elizabeth died of old age. Hope you're well, Joseph. 47 in the live for Phil Foden's number. When I ended my Phil Foden decode on my website, I checked my phone, 47%. I laughed. I just laughed. I was like, 47%. Of course it is. Right as I finished the code about number 47. The Freemasonic compass, guys, is set at 47 degrees. If you think of a square, it's got 4 angles. Each angle is 90 degrees for your 490. Like when you add up all the minutes of the goals, it was 490. 90 plus 47 is 137, which is the 33rd prime. Masonry 33, the highest degree is 33 degree. EPL 33, we told Jesus died at 33. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic on the 11th of March, 11-3. 11 times 3 is 33. 33 times 3 is 99 with all the 99s. I was doing this to a friend the other day in a bar, and he was mesmerized. At first, he was like, how do you feel about so many people thinking you're crazy? I went, I'm fine with it. So he was like, all right, go on. Give me some numbers. I did it. And he was like, gobsmacked. And he asked me something else. I gave him an answer. Not being cocky. Explain that. Explain the England-Germany game then, Adam, Edders. Don't call me the illusion. What do you want to know about it? Why was it 3-3? Many reasons. Go on then. Well, you do know that England and Germany were both in Group 3. No, I didn't know that. Again, they don't. Most people don't know stuff like that. You do know that they drew 3 and lost 3 and finished on 3 points, like 3-3-3. Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah, what was the score? 3-3. All right. So you know I was telling you about gematria, how every letter has a numerical value, yeah? Well, England gets you 33. Masonry gets you 33. Modern-day Freemasonry was founded in London, England, where Wembley Stadium is. Okay. All right. And then ask me a question about something else. What else do you want? Boom. I've got an answer for it all. Just like that. And by the end of it, it's like, wow. Wow, can you give me a tip? Can you tell me? No, I'm not doing it just to give you a tip. Tell you who's going to win out. No, who's going to win everything. Okay? I don't know that. I don't claim to know that. I just know my hit rate's phenomenal and I expose this as well as anybody. That's all I'll say. Vatican 47, Francis 47. Yep. The Basilica struck by lightning on February 11th, 211, the 47th prime. Struck twice by lightning. Lightning strikes twice. It's why Tampa Bay Lightning won back-to-back Stanley Cups recently. You shouldn't fear magic, bro. People are so quick to condemn what they do not know. I don't fear magic. When did I say I fear it? Never said I fear it. I just said I don't intentionally partake in it, in rituals and ceremonies. I didn't say I fear it. I don't fear anything or anyone. Never once said I fear magic. Foden scored a hat-trick against United to go to 26 league goals too. United, the club of 13s and 26s. Yep, 13 times 2 is 26. It's why Super Bowl 56 was on 13-2, 13th of February. Why they made it 4-1 at one point and they scored at 91 minutes. Yeah, 91's the 13th triangular number, 41's the 13th prime. 13's the 6th prime. That's why City scored 6 goals. 3 plus 3 is your 6. 3 times 3 is your 9. For Haaland, number 9. Martial, number 9. But I will say, Alto, I really love what you do. I think you're really good. The 4-1 as well. The last time the two teams met, it finished 4-1 to City. Look at this, guys. I just had 60 in the live, 20 likes for another 6-2. You said you don't want to learn it because of demons and devil worshipping. Didn't say I fear it. You presumed that. I don't fear demons. All right? I don't fear Satan. I never said I fear. I didn't say that's why I won't do it. I don't want to partake in magic or rituals or ceremonies is what I said. And I won't do it. So you're just making presumptions. And a big thing for Man United losing was they stayed on 4 wins. All right, which was connected to Ten Hag, whose birthday was exactly 4 months before the game, and he got his 4th loss with United. It was the 7th game for United as well in the league. 7's the 4th prime. But United's record now, they've won 4, they've lost 3. That's your 43. Manchester's 43. Lucifer's 43. Elizabeth's 43. All right, and if you look, this is a joke. They've scored 11 goals and conceded 14. 11-14. That's Prince Charles's birthday, a.k.a. King Charles now. Keep calling him Prince. King Charles's birthday is November the 14th. Man United have scored 11, conceded 14. 11-14, which is November the 14th. This game, guys, was 43 days before King Charles's birthday. Man United, 4 wins, 3 losses, like 43. 43 days before King Charles's birthday, which is 11-14, and Man United have scored 11 and conceded 14. 11 plus 14 is 25. That's how old Elizabeth was when she became the Queen. It's also Ronaldo's birthday, 25. Vatican gets you 25. Pope is 25. Okay? It's not a coincidence that Ronaldo and Neymar were both born on the 2-5, and Messi, who's arguably better than them both, was born on 624, which is the anniversary of modern-day Freemasonry being founded. That's not a coincidence either. It's not a coincidence when you type in square and compass, it gets you 246. Square and compass is the logo of the Freemasons, and modern-day Freemasonry was founded 24/6. 24 plus 6 is 30. That is why Messi wears number 30. Okay? Paris Saint-Germain gets you 113, the 30th prime. It's all coded. It's not their ability. All right? You can say, well, it is their ability, but it's not their God-given natural ability. They are getting possessed. How many times do the pundits now have to tell you that Haaland is not from this world? He's out of this world. All right? It's from a different planet. How many times are they telling you that about Haaland? I've told you, I think people at Haaland are demons. I do. He came on the scene. Haaland, do you know what got him famous? He scored 9 goals for Norway. At youth level, 9 goals. Number 9. All right. You see the Premier League season this season, last 9 months and 23 days, and 23 is the 9th prime. And the Premier League season is going to end on Phil Foden's birthday, where he turns 23, the 9th prime, and number 9 is going to be the top goal scorer, which I said he would be unless he gets injured somehow. You know what I'm saying? It can be exhausting doing this work at the level that I do it to get, and again, I'm not in it for like, oh, you're so amazing, to get hardly any recognition. Haaland, 8 Premier League games, scored 14 goals. 8 times 14 is 112. The Jesuits operate in 112 nations. Catholicism in Gematria is 112. So is mathematics. Okay? Guys, he's got 14 goals in 8 games. He's never played in the league before. And if you start really paying attention now, start paying attention. Somebody's talking about 2 male names. What about Trent Alexander-Arnold, who has 3 male names? Trent, Alexander, and Arnold. He has 3. That little female is getting called out now, isn't he? Number 66. Have you noticed number 66, Trent's having a nightmare of a season, and number 6, Maguire is for your 666? Have you noticed that? Right? Robertson did as well as he did for as long as he did because of that number 26 jersey, which we know is huge. It's 26 letters in the alphabet. It's God's 26. All the 26s with the Queen. And what about your 99s with Liverpool? They ain't won the league for 30 years. That 30, that huge number. Want Haaland's goal, hat-trick within 30 minutes as well. Didn't he score after 34 and then his hat-trick was after 64? That's 30 minutes where he got 3 goals for another 33. Pretty sure that's what it was. And then the span between his first and second goals, 34 and 37, was 3 minutes. All right, and he'll do all this silly whatever he's doing, pointing. Why don't you add up the jersey numbers of Phil Foden and Haaland and see that you get 56? And Manchester gets you 56 and Guardiola 56. Pope 56, Society of Jesus 56, coronavirus 56, COVID vaccine 56. The governor of California said 56% of Californians would get COVID over 8 weeks, which is 56 days. Boris Johnson put England into the second lockdown on November the 5th, on a day leaving 56 days left in the year, whilst he had a 56-page document as to why England was going into lockdown again. Guardiola is going to win the league and get his 5th league title in 6 seasons. Simple. Simple. I don't care what you're going to throw at me for Arsenal or what you're going to tell me how United are going to win it because of Ten Hag. They're not. Man City are winning the league and Haaland's getting the golden boot. If you say that's so obvious, well, why didn't you do it at the beginning of the season at 5-1 then? Why didn't you get on it at plus 500 at the beginning of the season, Haaland to get the golden boot and City to win the league if it's so freaking obvious that people will tell me at the end? Why didn't you do it then? Yeah, because you probably thought Haaland wasn't going to do well. You know how many people told me he's just going to be the next Lukaku? Do you know how many people? Outrageous amount of people said he's just going to be the next Lukaku. That's what they said. And if you look at the assists from KDB, who's a blatant female, by the way, look how easy it is for KDB. He's always open. Has he got great technique? No doubt about it. All right. And I do believe people like KDB are possessed. He plays for the Red Devils, doesn't he? Belgium. That's why Belgium were number 1 for so long recently in the standings, because they're the Red Devils. And they had KDB and Hazard and all these top stars, yet they never won anything, did they? KDB gets the ball. He's got time to look up a couple of times. And he just dinks it around that 6-yard box, which I could do with my eyes closed. And there's big Haaland not getting marked. Big giant not getting marked. And he just, most of his goals are tap-ins. Or he gets played through, where he's one-on-one with the keeper, and more often than not, he can put it through the keeper's legs because they're told, I think, in my opinion, to keep the legs open. Just pass it through the legs, you're good. Penalties, they know where they're going. I think there's a way that they communicate that. So, yeah, it's no doubt a big ritual. The whole league, all sports, everything in entertainment, everything on your TV is programming you, is magic. Is having a big say on you and you're not even aware of it. And even people who say, well, I know what they're doing, but I still watch it. You're still getting programmed. Whether you think that you're in control of the situation, you're still getting programmed. I preempt people calling me crazy for knowing that gematria is used for everything by telling them and talking them like they are being lied to and taking advantage of, appealing to their egos works. Lady Hawk is the ego that basically where Satan gets you trapped in it. It's the ego. All this, when people did that and started questioning it, but wouldn't really accept it, was the ego. The whole thing with supporting your team is ego. Your social status is ego. The car you drive is often ego. And he gets you with that. He gets you with that. That's why so many people, even when they think maybe I'm wrong here, they won't accept it because it's the ego. And you got to tame that. Number 10 is usually the best midfielder in the team. Well, think of 10s in the past. Maradona, Messi. So many incredible number 10s. Michael Owen. There's loads of 10s. Riquelme, remember him? Rooney. Bergkamp. Like, as of now, it's the 9, because 9's the number of completion. It's the last single-digit number, and something's about to be completed. It might be the New World Order. It might be the return of Jesus. It might be... it could be so many things. Something's about to be completed. That's why the number 9's everywhere. Everywhere. Remember 99, how big it is? It's 9 times 11 for your 9/11. And Elizabeth died 911 days after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic, which was declared on 3/11, March the 11th. 3:11 p.m. is the 911th minute of the day. Did you know that? Most people don't. And that's fine. I didn't know it. I need a girlfriend. Do I? Do I? I've got plenty of girlfriends, mate. Why do I need a girlfriend? Well, so I can sit in front of the TV and watch Grey's Anatomy with them? Why do I need a girlfriend? Tell me why I need a girlfriend. I have a wonderful life, my friend. Meet different people every day. If I wanted a girlfriend, I'd get a girlfriend like that. So no, I don't need a girlfriend. The fact that you're here, brother, whatever your name is, tuning into me means that you're at least open to what I'm talking about. And I know at the beginning you're going to try and have digs at me and he don't know what he's doing. You need a girlfriend. You need to get out more. Really? You don't know the life that I have and what I do. So stop talking shit. Again, if I want a girlfriend, I get a girlfriend. And Kunku is signing for Chelsea. Again, all about the code. What's up, Kane Clark, baby? I'm doing well. I'm excited for going out for a nice Italian dinner tonight. Seeing a lot of my family members. I might code that Leicester game. I don't know yet. I've not decided. I might do that. And then I'm done with the website. I've posted a lot already today. But yeah, it just seems that Brendan Rodgers doesn't know how to coach anymore. Very interesting, isn't it? And you got Leicester and Forest, worst two teams in the league right now. Wait until you see my my Arshavin code. I'm not even going to go through it now. If you guys remember that Arsenal game against Liverpool all the way back in, was it 2009? Where it finished 4-4 and Arshavin scored 4 and it was on the Queen's birthday. Stay tuned for that. Try and deny that work. All right. Again, watch my Foden video. This celebration, where it's looking on the film, Arshavin used to do it. It's Masonic. Watch my video. Or when Bruno does it and they say it's for his kid. It's not. It's where we're not allowed to speak. That and right, they can't reveal the secrets. All right, they're trapped. They're trapped in the Masonic spider web. And you might see these people like playing in front of all these fans. After a while, that becomes whatever. You just get used to that. These people are slaves to their societies, to the system. And the people right at the top of it own these people. And then the people that you guys worship, or most people worship, are mocking you. Completely. Trossard, the new Arshavin. What Trossard, where it was 3-3. And he wears number 11. And 11 times 3 is 33. And Anfield's 33. And he was the third player ever to score at Anfield a hat-trick in the Premier League. All the threes. 3 times 3 is 9. Firmino scored 2, number 9. Again, I've gone through all of that game, why that was 3-3. And again, I told people, I did say Liverpool would win that game, but I also said Newcastle would win, which they did. I said Chelsea would win, which they did. I said City would win. And it's like, but you said Liverpool. There was a guy leaving this comment saying, you better tell me what score Man United's going to be and who's going to score. Who are you to tell me that? You think I can just say who's going to win, who's going to score, the exact score? What are you talking about, you moron, whoever you are? So you know what I did, which I rarely ever do, and I'm going to start doing it more. And it's not because of my ego. It's just I'm not going to put up with nonsense anymore. It's my platform. I'll do what I want with it, and I'll say what I want. If you're going to come and bombard me with nonsense constantly, yet watch every video and still bombard me, laughing at me, and you watch it all, and you're saying, you better, if you're so perfect, like you claim you are. I've never claimed I'm perfect. If you're going to start putting words in my mouth like that, if you're so good and you're so amazing, you're so perfect and you're never wrong. Never said I'm never wrong, never said I'm perfect. You're gone. I'll block you from YouTube, from my channel, and you'll be upset. because clearly that you're intrigued by my work, I'll just block you from watching it. Simple. At this point, I don't care about the subs because they lie about them. They're going to keep me around the same amount, whatever happens. They're going to keep me around 5, 6, 6.5, do all of that nonsense. So I'll just get rid of you now. Simple. It's just like if you came in my house and I'm in my house, I'm being hospitable, I'm giving you a drink, I'm being chilled out, and you come in and you start giving me shit, I'll kick you out of my house. I don't have to put up with your bullshit. Yeah, I have to call the minute of the goals. I have to call exactly who's going to score. No, I don't. I'm about 80% with my hit rate. How many other people can say that? Especially people charging $10, and for people doing all the stuff that I do on my website. You think I just code sports and sit on my ass and stay in a Twitter group for 20 hours a day, decoding who's going to win a bullshit sports game? No, I do it to reveal the deception. Now I do it quickly. You've seen me in my lives. Just boom. A couple of minutes, I'll tell you who's going to win. It's all a big joke. Again, Liverpool, 9th in the league, scored 9, conceded 9. A 9-year-old girl was shot in Liverpool. Game after, they win 9-0. You'll never walk alone, it's your 99. You'll never walk alone, it's your 81, which is 9 times 9. Their best player this season has been number 9 for Minio. All right? It's a joke. It's a joke. Simple as that. And then when they won the Premier League, they got 99 points. Yeah, they did. They got 99 points. But it's because Klopp's such a good manager. Well, what's he doing this season? What's he doing this season? Why was he so shit in his 7th season with Mans where they got relegated? Why did he finish 7th with Dortmund in his 7th season? Why? Was his coaching not good then? If it's all about the methodology and how incredible he is at motivating his team, how much of a winner he is, why after 7 years does he have a nightmare? Ferguson didn't, did he? He stayed at a club forever. Wenger, why after 7 years with Klopp does he struggle? Because it's the code. It has nothing to do with whether he can go on that pitch and inspire a group of talented footballers, does it? Nothing to do with it. Zero. MMA rigged, yeah, all this. Everything on your TV is predetermined and coded and to take your energy. So yes, it is. MLB, please, before you're done on the website. I don't know. I'll see. Again, I'm not going to spend my whole day just coding. I'm not going to do that. So if I see an MLB game, I'll post it. If something stands out to me quickly. If I look into the Leicester game and I see something big, I'll post it. If I look into them and there's nothing there, I won't force it. I'm not going to post sports picks every single day, all the time, every day of the year. It's not realistic. Again, for $10 a month, $2.50 a week. So yeah, I'll put out a ton of content. This is the frustrating thing. The Foden code that I've done, the video on Phil Foden is exceptional. It's mind-blowing. It's mesmerizing. But most people won't give a shit because they can't win money off it because the game's been and gone. And that's what's frustrating with it. For what I do. I get more thrill out of revealing the deception behind it all. But unless people win money off it, most don't care. And again, Satan's all right with that because you're still trapped. You're still obsessing over his money because he controls the monetary system. You're obsessing over it. Yes, you need your money to pay your bills, but again, yeah, whatever. Foden code's good, but yeah, should have done it before the game. Well, I told loads of people, especially that Twitter group, Foden was scoring before the game. And I said, why? Oh, I'm getting a bit hot now. Right, what else have we got in the comments? I thought you live in Mexico. Yeah, I do, mate. I'm on holiday. Again, I met my mate Andy Fieldhouse yesterday. Well, I ran into him. I used to play footy with him. Great player. And he said, are you back now then, Ads? I was like, well, not to live. I'm on holiday. He went, holiday? You can't call it holiday coming to England. And he's probably right. I can't really call this a holiday. It's more of a visit. So I'm still in England. I've met tons of people. I met Nicola yesterday, a girl that I really like and always got along with. And I could speak to her forever and a day. It's funny, yesterday, my mate Buchan came to my house. Told you the other day I beat him 5-3 at pool, and before we played, I said, I'm going to beat you 5-3. It was 1-5, and I beat him 5-3. And then yesterday he came to my house, I beat him 4-3. The day Man United stayed on 4 wins and got the 3rd loss. Jesus died on 4-3, Gabriel Jesus born on that day. I was like, this is crazy. Like, just, it's happening in front of my very eyes. Like, the life that I'm living, the numbers, the code's just playing out. And I do believe I have a gift. Somebody said I was chosen for this. I was. And it's like, what's going on in the world with the numbers are syncing up in my life. And people might say, well, you're just seeing them. No, I didn't see my mum finishing 98th and just connecting that to the Queen when I was talking to her about the Queen right before it. And I finished 72nd, and Francis became the Pope the 72nd day of the year. I was talking about demons, the 72 Goetia demons, how Brady won the Super Bowl on 7-2, the 7th of February. All these things. Christmas Day, okay, which is a pagan celebration, which is on 12/25. And that is on the 359th day of the year, which is the 72nd prime. I will not celebrate Christmas, which is on 12/25, which is 35 times 35. Satan's 35. And 1225, the triangle number, is 49, which connects to Revelation and the Antichrist, which they're trying to bring in. This whole thing's about the Antichrist. And he will come if he's not already here. The code shows you that. Somebody was messaging me yesterday on Instagram who I don't even know, asking like, I love what you do. What do you study other than gematria? I said, read the book of Revelation and you'll see exactly what's happening. People are too afraid to read it, or they just don't believe in it. Again, whether you believe God was behind it or if it's Masons that wrote it, it's playing out. So it's important that you're aware of that. And when you are aware of that, you just basically sync up all the numbers. That'll help you dictate where the world's going and where the future's going, which I do day in, day out. Jesus is coming. I believe so. I believe so. That's why I have no fear. I trust the process here. And I don't look too far ahead. I was actually speaking to Nicola about this. Again, I told you I really like Nicola a lot. And she was really open to what I was saying. She actually said before me that she thinks we're living during the end times. This was before she knew that I was the illusion and the stuff that I study and the knowledge that I have. She said, where do you think the world's going, Adam? Just a normal conversation where she thought I was just Adam. I was like, what do you reckon? I think we're living through the end times. It's funny you say that. Why? Boom. Then I just blew her mind. So yeah, I think that's what's happening. So I don't look too far ahead. I was speaking to my mate Keithley, and he was saying about how he thinks more about the future than the present. I said, I live completely in the present. It's a gift. That's why it's called the present. And so calm about it. People think I'm really smug. It's not. I'm just comfortable and confident in my beliefs and the way I live my life. I ain't smug about it. It's like, well, I have to think about the future because I have kids and I have all of this. I was like, all right. That's your choice. If the future is more important to you than the present, who am I to judge you? I don't live that way. One of the reasons why I gave up what I did, because I wanted to basically live in the present and not focus too much about, well, we need to make this money because when I'm 70, I want to have a little bit money in my account so I can go travel and I can get food on the table. And I want to have kids because I want someone to be able to look after me when I'm in my 80s. I don't give a shit about that. I don't even know if I'll get there, if any of us will. So I don't worry about all that stuff. I'm in the now. I'll reveal this for as long as I can, as long as people listen to me, as long as I realize that I have a strong message and my knowledge is at high level. Otherwise, I'll just stop doing it. Until then, I'll keep revealing it. I just wish more people would see it. But again, when you get shadow banned on YouTube and they take your Patreon down, makes it really hard for you, doesn't it? And then sharing this knowledge with somebody who's clueless to it, they just mock it. They don't know the level that I'm operating on. until they give me a chance, but most will never give me a chance. They'll keep watching the TV. That's where they get their truth from. Television screen, basically, or a book, or science, which has proven to be incorrect so many times over the last couple of years, contradicting itself all the time. If science is so legit and factual, why are the multiple experts disagreeing with each other regarding the same topics? If science is 100% legit, it's not. Us subscribers appreciate all your content on your website, Adam. Thank you so much, Joe. Is that actually your last name, Joe Deliver? Or is that just a bit of banter? What do you think of Jesus' ball control and dribbling? I think he's a really overrated player, Jesus. Most of his goals come from the 6-yard box, like a lot of these overrated players, like Javier Hernandez or Harry Kane or Ruud van Nistelrooy or Andy Cole, Lineker. Just overrated players. Can Jesus play football? Yeah. Is he the best striker in Brazil? A country that are obsessed with football? Amazing talent? No, probably not. They told you Gabriel Jesus is there. It's ritualistic. It's biblical. Gabriel, the archangel, Jesus. Told you Gabriel Jesus was born on the anniversary of Jesus dying. He got COVID on Christmas Day, Gabriel Jesus, which is supposedly Jesus' birthday, which is a lie. It's been made up by the Gregorians, by the Masons, the Jesuits, the Satanists. This whole calendar we operate in is a load of bullshit, which I've proven in my video about it. Because I don't just code sports, do I? I've coded the calendar. 52 divided by 4 is 13, not 12. Why is there 12 months? People don't give a shit. They don't even want to question it. And that's up to them. And I'm comfortable in my knowledge and where the world's going and my faith in God. Everything else is whatever at this point. Meeting people is nice, but I don't get too attached to anybody or anything. That's why I can go to the other side of the world and live there by myself. I can do that because I'm not too attached to the world. I enjoy my freedom more than anything else. I love my own company. Most people need to be around people. I can do that as well. I don't need it. The heart is very powerful, absolutely. Not as powerful as your spirit, though. Not as powerful as your spirit. Not just an organ that pumps blood. I agree with that. The heart and the soul is connected. You often hear heart and soul in the same sentence. You are my heart and soul. Yeah, the heart is very important. Yeah, it's not just to pump blood around your body. I agree with that. If anyone is interested in Formula 1, Perez took his first win in 10 races for his 4th victory at round 17. That's Prince Philip's funeral, 4:17. That's why Trossard scored after 4 minutes and 17 against Liverpool. He ended his teammates Verstappen's run of taking Red Bull's last 7 wins, who finished 7th. Brilliant work, but there you go. Just all coded. More 7s. Verstappen's number 33 in his car. Hamilton's 44. 33 plus 44 is 77. 7 times 11. The Euro 2020 final was on that date. Where you have a store called 7-Eleven. 77, the year Brady was born. Okay. Yes, Adam, 100% loving the Queen book. Like, seriously, that brings me joy because I put a lot of work into that, and I think it has some finds that are so mind-blowing. And again, you can't argue with them because the date durations, the factual events that we've had presented in front of us. It is that Queen book. Thank you for that. It is mind-blowing. It really is. So is my Kobe Bryant book. If you want that book, guys, email me. And if you want to support what I do, I'm not giving you the Queen book for free. It can change your life, that book, if you read it properly. It will change your life because when you become aware of the code will basically be drawn towards you. It's like energy. And then again, if this whole universe is coded and you're aware of the code and the code is gravitating towards you, you'll do better in this life than being oblivious to it. Imagine taking an exam where you have no knowledge of the content that's going to be within it. You're going to fail, aren't you? You're going to fail it. What about the exams where you have all that knowledge of it and you turn up and you're like, everything seems easy? My life since coming across this knowledge has changed completely. and for the better. And my life before that was amazing. So learn this knowledge, guys, and not just for personal gain either. If you do have kids, you should be teaching them this from a very, very, very young age. You don't have to go deep into Lucifer and all of that, but you should be telling them the power of numbers and letters and how they're connected and synced up with one another and how basically the universe is coded. All right? That shouldn't scare them. They say you shouldn't tell them when they're young. Tell them when they're older, when they're mature enough to understand it. What, when they're being completely put under a spell? Then tell them where they're going to dismiss it. That's not how it should be. That's what they've told you, innit? You shouldn't tell young people this type of knowledge. They're not ready for it. They're not ready for it as adults. They're more open as youngsters. That's the reality. And again, if I have to hear another interview with an athlete talking about mental health that they're pushing, that's an agenda as well, which I called out 2 years ago. The more they talk about mental health, the more people suffer from it. The more they bring up racism, the more racist people become and talk about it. The more tension comes from that. Again, I know what they do. My level of psychology is at a really high level, and I didn't go through a secret society to get that. God gave me that. I've recommended your books to everyone. Thank you so much. The issue is the only people that are going to read them are those who are aware of my work. Otherwise, they're just going to see a load of numbers. That's all they're going to see. Even though I've made it so clear and presented in such a unique, clear way, the patterns, most will just see numbers. What's he on about prime number? What's he on about Fibonacci? That duration, that's just lucky. All right? That's the problem. Those who love what I do are going to read that book and be mind blown, but there's not enough people that love what I do because I don't have much of a platform. And that's what I'm having to deal with day in, day out. Like, what can I do at this point, ladies and gentlemen, to, of course, we can always improve and get better. What do I have to say or predict for my work to be going viral? Told you the Queen would die at 96 2 years ago before the World Cup. Giving you all the numbers behind why she did. Practically every day I call what's going to happen in the sports. I've called out people's death dates weeks before they died, the exact date. I've called economic crashes. I've called times countries were going to lockdown before it was announced. I've decoded so many movies and the numbers behind them. What more do I have to do? So I don't know what else I can keep doing for people to finally go, all right, this guy's really interesting. I'm going to look into what he's doing. I don't know what more I can do at this point. I've shown you symbolism. I've revealed the transgender agenda. I've done videos about semen retention. I've done videos about God. I've wrote poetry. I've wrote books. I've wrote songs. I've exposed every professional sports league, called futures in practically every professional sport you can think of before the tournaments begin. I've destroyed Hollywood, absolutely ruined Hollywood. And the list goes on and on and on and on, what I've done in 2 years. Yet I still stay at the same level. And like I said, I bet no more than 300 phones of people have read my book. Yet millions, if not billions, have read Harry Potter, which was not even written by J.K. Rowling, who has the Baphomet tattoo on her wrist. What's the Baphomet? Study it. Study the Baphomet. That J.K. Rowling, J.K. like joke, she never wrote a word, did not write those books, but millions of people read them. Or the Hunger Games, which is just foreshadowing where the world's going with the food shortages. Yeah, but you love your Hunger Games movies, don't you, where they're mocking you? You literally have it in the movie where the elites are mocking the average person, yet you watch it, sit down and eat your popcorn and sip on your Coke, watching these movies mocking you, just like football's mocking you, or basketball, or whatever else that they're doing. No way is Hugh Jackman. No way Hugh Jackman is a genetic female. Why not? You not watch my video? I broke it down. What's your argument? That he has big muscles? That there's no way they would do that? Is that your argument against me? Watch the video about anatomy that proves that it's a woman. Can't handle it. That's it. Just can't handle it. That is the thing with what I do. People can't deal with it. Guy coming in, you need a girlfriend. I bet the guy saying that don't have a girlfriend. Probably never had one. Kobe Bryant playing Kamala Harris now. Why don't you try more self-help content? Again, self-help is within the title. You got to help yourself, not rely on other people to help you. So again, a lot of people, I'm going to give a shout out to my mate Belzino. I say he's my mate. I've never met him. He's a very good coder. He's really good at determining goal scorers and maybe not as good as determining outcomes. And he does really good work. He had Man United to win. And then he's getting destroyed in the community for that. But he also said Haaland would score a hat-trick. So you can flip that. You can say, wait, he's called a guy to get a hat-trick, which is huge odds, even though it's Haaland. But he said United would win. And the reason he went United to win is because he's still a fanboy, unfortunately. He still supports Man United. So he let his emotions get the better of him. That's why I said, did you even look into City? Guys, all of you on Man United, did you actually look into City? Or are you such a fanboy of Man United that you've just found the numbers? That's where you can be in real trouble. Because I do believe, I will say this, hands up, that you can find numbers for anything. You can find numbers for anything, but the level I do them and the consistency that I do it at and how I call it before the game and then the numbers hit within the game, that's where I'm different. That calculator where you're typing in your stuff is about 5% in regards to the significance of the outcome of anything. And that's where people dismiss this knowledge, because you can type whatever you want in that calculator and you will eventually get the number you want. And I've seen it. Some of the stuff people have typed in those calculators, I don't know. Let me think of an example. Full Foden will score today on October the 2nd. They'll type it in. Gets you a number that they really wanted. And then if he scores, they'll say it's because they typed in Full Foden will score on October the 2nd. Told you guys that this is how it works. No. It's because it was 211 days after they last played the 47th prime his jersey number. That's why he scored. It's the duration. It's not the shit you typed in that calculator. All right? Simple as that. You can still put the knowledge out there for someone to utilize the knowledge for themselves. I agree, but the term self-help indicates helping yourself. But I guess you can help yourself by taking advice from other people. So I know what you're saying. But again, I don't want to be a preacher. I don't want to necessarily tell everyone how to live their life. Sometimes I do say you shouldn't be watching sports. You shouldn't be watching TV. You shouldn't vote. But again, the majority of my life recently, I just say you have free will. You have a choice to make. You've got to find that happiness from within. And yes, can I guide you? Yeah. Have I done semen retention videos? Yes. Have I discussed psychology in detail? Yes. Do I always say, find out the things that you love in life and do them as often as you can, and the things you don't like, avoid them? Yes. Whereas most people do the opposite. The things they don't like, they do more of. The things they love, they don't do. You love dancing, don't you? Yeah. When did you last dance? I don't know. Can't remember. Maybe 3 years ago, last time I danced. But you told me you love it. Yeah, I know. What do you mean you know? Yeah, but you just what? I don't have time, do I? You don't have time to dance, but you have time to do all the things you don't like and then complain about them. So stuff like that, it's very simple. The things you love, do more of them. The people you love, spend as much time as you can with them. The things you don't like, don't do them as often. The people you don't like, avoid them. Stay active, stay fit. Okay? Which is, again, I know some people have disabilities, this, that, and the other, but in general, the average person, it's their choice whether they're going to be fit or not. So yeah, the self-help stuff, your diet. If you complain about your weight, and I don't mean to be harsh, I know people do this. If you complain about your weight, you can change your diet, you can exercise. I could give you all these motivational quotes and inspire you, but the reality is you've got to get your ass off that couch, change your diet and exercise. This knowledge stuff, I can give you all this amazing knowledge and break it all down, and you can just sit and observe and then not learn it yourself. Or you can be somebody like Joey and Gintera, who are a couple who are now coding stuff, who are coding history and asking me, Illusion, can you let me know about the number 23? Okay. He went, wow, you've just told me more about that number in a 1 minute audio, and it took me hours to research. So self-help, you got to help yourself. If you can't help yourself, you can't help others. Simple as that. Hello, Sarita Marie. Good morning. It's afternoon where I am, but good morning to you. Is Arsenal a real deal this season? I told you at the beginning of the season, Arsenal would have a great season, but they won't win the league. It's Man City. And they're having such a big season because of Arteta and how he's synced up with coronavirus and how he's synced up with the Queen. That's why Arteta was the first Premier League coach to test positive for COVID. Guy born on 26/3, the 56 prime. Coronavirus 56, Arsenal FC 56, COVID vaccine 56, royal family 56. You don't think it's strange how Arteta's top of the league and Guardiola's second, and Arteta worked under Guardiola? So don't be shocked to see Man City win the league and Arsenal finish second. All right? Guardiola at the top, Arteta worked below him at Man City. That's what the league table is going to look like. City, Arsenal. And if you're going to say, who's going to finish third, fourth? Where's Newcastle going to finish? I don't know all of that. Okay? But I know that suddenly Arsenal fans hated Arteta, and now he's a guru. And they think it's because his coaching's got better. No, his signings. Do you think Arteta determines who Arsenal sign? That article where Mbappe said he wants Rashford at PSG because Mbappe has a say in who PSG sign. Again, why would you want a player to sign for you who plays just like you, just not as good? Mbappe, by the way, who's dating a man. Yes. Am I wrong about that? Which I said months ago that a top star is going to come out, top footballer will come out and say that they're dating a transgender. It happened, didn't it? Like nearly everything I say happens eventually. Still people dismissing that. No, Mbappe's dating a... No, it's not. It's a man. And he's open about that. And so is he/she open about it. Supposedly the first transgender model on the Playboy magazine. All of them are men. Right, my computer's going to die. By the way, if you're coding today's date is 10:03, which is 103, which is the 27th prime, which is 3 times 3 times 3. 9 plus 9 plus 9 is 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. Look for 9s today if you're coding. Look for 27s. Look for any 10-3s. Remember Brady's first game in the NFL finished 10-3. 103 is the 27th prime. He won his most recent Super Bowl on February the 7th, 2-7. He retired on a day, leaving 333 days left in the year. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. The word rituals, 27. You have the 27 club, where supposedly celebrities die when it's just a character. Again, don't you want to learn this knowledge? Don't you want to be able to do what I'm doing here? Why do I know all this stuff about Brady when I'm just a lad from Yorkshire who never grew up watching the NFL? Studying, hard work, sleepless nights, baby. Grafting, desire, passion, not giving up. Having a strong personality is why I know what I know. And I'm being guided by God. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Bam! Hit you with a big old bam. What's going on with him? I've not watched his videos in a while. Could have swore you out in Asia somewhere. No, I've never been to Asia. Although I do think Asian girls are beautiful. Something very sexy about Asian girls. Arsenal are probably doing well because they're third different winners challenging for at least once now. From team going from third, now from 9th in 2023. No, I think Arsenal are doing well because they're synced up with the Queen and they're synced up with coronavirus and the Pope and Arteta's numbers, and they have Jesus. They have the 3 Gabriels, which are the angels. We've got the centre half called Gabriel. We've got Gabriel Martinelli. We've got Gabriel Jesus, who's number 9. Gabriel Martinelli is 11, 9-11. Christ the Redeemer statues in Brazil, where they're both from. It's deep. It's mainly the Jesus ritual why I said Arsenal would do well before the season began. I've called practically every game this season right for Arsenal. Practically all of them. I think I only got one wrong. I'm going to have to go. I'm going to either have to leave now I'm going to have to go get my charger. I am on, oh my word, every single time I'm on 9%. 45 in the live, the 9th triangular number. I was just talking about Brady, 32 likes. Brady retired on the 32nd day of the year, and there's 32 teams in the NFL. Wow. 4 times 8 or 8 times 4 is 32. Bob Francis born on 48 and 84 date numerology. Hey, Nayan, I hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. I watch your lives and sub to the website. Thank you so much. Keep doing great work. I will always be here learning and getting better. Thank you so much for that comment. Thank you. People like you, I keep doing this. If I know I'm inspiring a certain amount of people, I'll keep doing it. As long as there's people on that website, that shows me that I have a certain amount of people who really care about me and what I do, and not just about winning money. I'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it. I'm going to talk about 32 quickly with the NFL here. I told you there's 32 teams in the NFL. Brady retired the 32nd day of the year. Did you see yesterday that Denver lost 32-23 and Denver equals 32 and Las Vegas equals 23? And they lost 32-23 to Las Vegas. 23 is the 9th prime. Okay. 23 is the 9th prime and they lose by 9 points. If they win the next game, they go 3-2, which is a huge number with Denver. If Las Vegas win the next game, they're going to go 2-3. Las Vegas 23. Again, I don't think you could. I didn't watch the Manchester derby. I just can't. I can't. But I want you guys to just start. If you still watch it, watch the celebrations. Okay? Watch them. Same ones. Start questioning things more, guys. Start questioning your reality. You don't have to be scared. Just start questioning it. The more questions you ask, the more answers you'll get. Okay? Don't just sit back and just be comfortable being comfortable. All right? Dismissing sacred knowledge because of your ego. Anyone dismissing what I say is their ego. Because what I say, and again, this might sound egotistical, what I say is so incredible. So if you're dismissing it, it's your ego. So told you that's where Satan gets you. It keeps you trapped in his little matrix and simulation because of your ego. And it's up to you whether you allow your ego to basically ride you or if you're taming it. It's just like a horse. Your ego is a horse. Are you going to control that ego and dictate where it's going? Or are you going to be the jockey who's on a horse and he's completely got no control of the ego? The ego's out of control. That's most people, whether they realize it or not. Okay? And having an ego doesn't make you a bad person, but it keeps you trapped. A big one anyway. Is Eric Ten Hag playing Jason Statham? I don't know. I don't believe so at all. Argentina haven't been World Cup champions in 36 years and they currently have 35 wins and they're going to play United Arab Emirates to get their 36th win. Yeah, that's good stuff. And Pope Francis is Argentinian, who was born in 36. We know Argentina won the 1986 World Cup, which was 36 years ago. I've got so many 36s for Argentina. So many. Maradona died 3 days before the World Cup final. That's the 360th prime. So there's loads of 36s. 666 is the 36 triangular number. Messi next year turns 36. There's all sorts for Argentina. If you are going to bet, you have to put a bit of money on them at 11-1. I think I'm going to, what am I on? 7%. 7%. Should I stay or should I go? Should I stay or should I go now? Look at that, 44 in the live, 33 likes. That's Lewis Hamilton and Verstappen's numbers. I was just talking about that. And 44 plus 33 is 77. That Man City game was span of 77 days before the Pope's birthday, which is exactly 11 weeks. And then Foden, number 47, 4 plus 7 is 11. All right, let me go get my charger and see if it works. And I'll do a little bit longer. See if I come back and see if anybody's going to send me a 10 grand super chat. All right, got my. Give me a minute. 34 likes. Like Messi was 34 years old when he won the Copa America. The final was his 34th appearance in the competition. Steph Curry won the NFL at age 34. Matt Stafford won the NFL age 34. Freemasonry gets you 139, the 34th prime. Big numbers at 34. 35 now. For Satan, for the age Messi is, if he wins the World Cup, he'll be 35. Told you Christmas Day is on 12/25. 35 times 35 is 1,225. The World Cup final is a day after the Pope's birthday, and it's going to be 7 days before Christmas. This may not work. I think it just worked. All right, 1 hour 21. That's 11 times 11. Revelation gets you 121 as well. All right, what else have we got? Mexican tequila is the best. Yeah, I agree. It's so obvious Argentina winning. No, it's not obvious. They have a phenomenal code. So do England, so do Brazil. It's not obvious that Argentina are winning. But the code that I've posted on my website, I might repost the Argentina one for people. It could be a book, the Argentina one. If they do win it, then it will 100% be a book. I also got sent an email from a really good guy. There's somebody else who is on Argentina, and he sent me this link to read, and it's really interesting. So thank you for that. He found a lot of syncs for Argentina, some that I didn't even see, but I've got a lot that guy didn't see. So I'd love to speak to the guy who wrote that book. No dollars from the chat. No, nothing. Again, I didn't do this live now thinking I'll do it and people are going to send me money and I don't know, pay for my calzone tonight. I didn't think about that. I didn't think there'd be many people, and there isn't many people listening because most people are at work in England or Ireland or Wales or Scotland or sleeping in the US or Mexico. I just did it because it felt right and it's the only time I have to do it today. So yeah, again, if I wanted to, and again, the amount of people that say I should, if I wanted to, I could charge for these live streams so easily. And you know that most of you would pay it. Or at least 20% would pay it. I could charge for every single one I do, and I could make it a big production. It's like, oh, I'm gonna watch The Illusion. He's going live. He goes live twice a week. I'll just pay him $10 for the 2 lives. It's well worth it. I learned so much. I could do that. I know I can do that. Like that. But I give you these lives for free, don't I? And for hours and hours, and the stuff that come out of my mouth, I don't just waste your time. Everything that comes out of my mouth has purpose to it, either to make you laugh or to inspire you or to reveal deception. I don't just say shit for the sake of saying it. So, hey, happy face, man. Much love to you, brother. Much love. So what else can I say before I go? My word. Man City, another 9. They've conceded 9 goals. 3 times 3 is 9. They've conceded 9. Scored 29. 29 is the 10th prime. Masonic gets you 29. Man City was saved by the Freemasons. That's why they wear blue. It's one of the agreements. If you study it, most Man City fans don't know that. The ones I've talked to anyway. And look how Arsenal have 21. Man City have 20. 21 plus 20 is that 41. A huge number. The age Kobe supposedly died, the 13th prime. 13 is the 6th prime. Look how Man City scored 6 goals to get their 6th win of the season in the league. Let me see who they've got next. I have no doubt in my mind City win the next game to get that 7-2. Southampton. Yeah, oh my word. They're going to beat Southampton and they're going to have 7 wins and 2 draws, 7-2. Francis became the Pope the 72nd day of the year. Jesuit order gets you 72. And of course, they're going to have Man City get that record by beating the Saints. Mocking. Leicester, Nottingham Forest, I'll look into it. after this, and I'll post it on my website. I just these one-off games, the one-off games where they play on a Monday. I'm always slightly apprehensive about going for the favourite. So I'm saw Leicester the favourite, even though they're bottom of the league because they're at home and they're playing a newly promoted team who are struggling as well. But I don't like this because this doesn't often happen. The thing that worries me slightly, but I like Leicester initially. I was thinking Leicester will win the next 2 games. They'll go 2-1-6 because 6 times 6 times 6 is 216, and they won the Premier League in 2016. It's a big number. They're called the Foxes. Fox in Pythagorean numerology, 666. So I thought Leicester will win the next 2 games. Now I looked who they were playing, and it's Forest and Bournemouth. I thought, okay, that's believable. But then I don't like this because this stuff rarely hits. But again, it's just one part. Sometimes I can talk myself out of a code, even though it's super good. If Leicester win, they become 116, and Forest will drop to 116, and I don't like that. Something for me is that if Leicester win, both teams will have that 116 record, and 11 times 6 is 66, which is obviously connected to Satan. That's why the Church of Satan was founded in 66. That worries me. That does worry me. But there's so much for Leicester to win. So I don't even know. I might not post. I have to feel really comfortable. Or I have to do these codes where it's like pick your favorite. Some people like that. Other people want no, I want to know exactly who's going to win. That's not how it works. Let's see who Man United have got next. Everton. They always seem to beat Everton. So Everton just won, didn't they? Didn't they just beat the Saints? I think United are going to beat Everton. I know how huge 243 is. Huge. That's what Everton's record will be with a loss. United will get that 503, which is massive. Because 503 is the 96 prime number, and that's the age the Queen died. Boom. I'll focus on that. Screw this game tonight. Man United are beating Everton at Everton. They're going to go 503, 96 prime, the age the Queen died. And Ten Hag is so connected to Queen Elizabeth. It's insane. Insane. So there you go. There's a free pick for you. Man United are going to beat Everton. Whenever that game is. Let me check the date. I'm going to have to mark this down. Sometimes you got to look ahead. So they're 6. Oh, just talking about, see, this is the wild shit I was just talking about. Just talking about 116 and Everton are 11th and Man United are 6. It's just so synced, 116. All right, when's that game? Mark that down now, guys. Everton are going to lose to United. It's on 10-9, which is the 29th prime, which is the 10th. I bet Rashford scores. Man United win, Rashford scores against Everton. There you go. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching these games. Like, if you're going to sit at home tonight, you've worked your ass off, and then you sit at home and watch Leicester Forest, I think you're wasting your energy. To be honest with you, but again, your life, your choice. It's completely up to you. Forest have 4 points, Leicester have 1, another 41. So if Leicester win, they go on 4 points. Forest stay on 4. There's your 44, which has been playing heavily. If it's a draw, if it's a draw, Leicester, 2 draws, 6 losses, 26, huge Queen number. They'll go on 2 points. Obviously, Queen Elizabeth was the second Queen called Elizabeth. First one was a mother. Forest go on 5 points. That's your 2-5 for the age Elizabeth was when she became the Queen. Oh, something's telling me something here. 20 against 19th as well. That's the year Liverpool won the Premier League. And Liverpool are synced with Forest because of the Hillsborough disaster. That's why they knocked out Forest on the way to winning the FA Cup last year, which I said they would do at the beginning of the tournament. 33 years after Hillsborough, which involved Liverpool and Forest. So gut right now, the gut right now is telling me this is a draw. And I'm guessing most people will hammer Leicester, because they've still got it in the head that Leicester are an amazing team with a great coach. I may have to have a look into this draw now. The 2-5 or the 5-2. Told you Elizabeth became the Queen at age 25 and 52. 25 plus 52 is 77, which has been hitting heavily. Why do you think Buffon was given the number 77 shirt at Juventus? Just for banter? Why do you think Boris Johnson was the 77th Prime Minister of England and he resigned on 7/7 on the 17-year anniversary of the London bombings, and 17 is the 7th Prime? Draws plus 300. What's Forest double chance? Leicester favourites minus 143, which is funny because that is basically Steph Curry's birthday, Pi Day, the 14th of March, the 73rd day of the year, the 21st Prime. Double chance Forest plus 110. Double chance Leicester minus 550. Who are you going to take there? I'll say this: if Leicester win, they're going to beat Bournemouth. They'll get the 2-1-6. If Leicester win, they'll win back-to-back games. Geometry hasn't helped me at all. It has only given me superiority complex with no solutions on what's next. That's unfortunate for you. That's unfortunate for you. What do you want me to say to that? Then maybe you're not very good at it. You can give people the same thing. They're not all going to basically get the same out of it. Okay, what it is, whether it's a plate of food, a toy, advice. So if this knowledge is actually giving you this complex and you're not actually growing from it, then I don't know why you're in this live stream right now. I'm not the solution master. All I'll say is that you're aware that it's not basically doing good for you. And what did I tell you about 20 minutes ago? It's not doing good for you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be here. If this knowledge is actually having a detrimental effect on your life and you don't think it's going to improve, move on to something else, mate. Move on to something else. Simple. Very, very simple. And I again, calling me that, a solution master. Don't call me a master. Don't compare me like a master mason. I'm not anybody's master. I decode this stuff all day and listen to all geometry decoders, but it embeds me in the beast system even more. Again, you're aware. Okay, it's bringing you in the beast system. It's doing all of that. Then what you doing? You're one of those people who's aware of the issues that they have and they do nothing about it. So this knowledge is causing you problems. It embeds you in the beast system even more. Yet you listening to me as one of the very best at gematria on YouTube. I'm sure there's people in the world that are way better than me that don't have a platform because they want to keep it a secret. So I don't understand you, mate. It's having a negative effect in your life, yet you're here listening to me. I don't get you, but whatever. You have to find your own solution, mate. I think Forest will draw with Leicester and Rodgers will be sacked. Rodgers born 126. Kobe died on his birthday, who synced up with why Leicester won the Premier League in 2016, the year Kobe retired. He died in a helicopter crash like the owner of Leicester. You think Rodgers will go? Let's have a little look from this game. Could be a ritual because it is 103, the 27th Prime. Let's check from his birthday. See if there's any numbers that stand out for him to be fired. Wow. Wow, he could be, guys. It could be. His birthday was 251 days ago, and Queen Elizabeth died on the 251st day of the year. Brendan Rodgers was born on the 26th day of the year, which is the massive Queen number, who was born in 26, became the Queen on 26, Queen's 26, all of the stuff like that. But this is interesting for a Leicester win. But it could be too obvious. I was just talking to you about 1-1-6. If Leicester City beat Forest, both teams will be 1-1-6 for the season. 116 days before Brendan Rodgers' birthday. Don't you think that's too obvious? What do you think? Are they going to allow this? I'll say this again because this screams like a trap for a Leicester win. Listen, you can check it for yourself. Go on the Gematinator date duration or whatever app you have. The span. If Leicester win today, they become 116. Forest become 116. A span of 116 days before Brendan Rodgers' birthday. Do you think they'll do that? I don't. They might. I don't. It just seems a bit too clean, a bit too clean for my liking. That the 116 just seems too clean. That they both have that 116. Because if you actually go and look at the Premier League table, there's not many that have the same record. Let me look to see who has the same like win, draw, and loss record. Brentford, Everton have the same, and so do West Ham and Southampton. That is it. So I'll go through the whole table. There's literally only that. Arsenal 7-0-1. Man City 6-2-0. Tottenham 5-2-1. Brighton 4-2-1. Queen's birthday. Spurs 5-2-1, the 98th prime, the date she died. Man City 6-2, which is the date she was coronated. And then you have Chelsea 4-1-2. Man United 4-0-3. Newcastle have the 2-5-1, which was another reason why I like them to beat Fulham, because 2-5-1 is the day of the year Elizabeth died. It's the 54th prime. Nobody else has the 2-5-1. Fulham are 3-2-3. Liverpool are 2-4-1. And Liverpool could literally draw the next game and get that 2-5-1, 54th prime. 5 + 4 is 9. Let's see who Liverpool have got. They could draw the next game, you know. They've got Arsenal. There you go. I bet Arsenal and Liverpool's a draw. Bet you Arsenal and Liverpool's a draw just for that. So, again, getting back to what I was saying without going off topic, the only teams that have matching records are West Ham and Southampton, who have the 2-1-5, and also Brentford and Everton. So I don't know if they're going to have Forest and Leicester be 1-1-6. Are they going to let Leicester win at home? The only game going on. All the energy is going to be on that game. Everyone thinks they're going to get free money from Leicester. I would say right now that I would take Nottingham Forest double chance plus 110. I might just post it from my website. I'll say, hey, here's the 1-1-6. If you like that, take it. My gut, again, I don't bet, guys. Whatever you want to say about me. If you're so good, why don't you bet? I'm not going to explain why. I've done that 1,000 times. My gut and that 1-1-6 makes me feel like Leicester don't win. Although there's so many numbers for them to win. But there were so many numbers for Man United to win. And that didn't feel right to me either. It's not just about the numbers. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that, which sounds silly, but it is. So, my mate Decoding the Matrix, who's really good, he thinks Leicester's going to win. He thinks Leicester's going to win. Wait, this game's being played, isn't it? On a day leaving 89 days left in the year. And Elizabeth died on the 8th of September, 8-9. Wow. And that syncs up with Leicester drawing and getting to second draw and 6 losses, you're 26. I think this is a draw. If that draw comes in, that'll be huge, plus 300 or 3-1. Do you know the last time these two teams met? 2-6. They last met 2-6. If it's a draw, Leicester going to be 0-2-6. Oh, wow. Wait, if Leicester draw, then win, or win and draw, they're going to be 1-2-6, which is Brendan Rodgers' birthday. Let me check what I'm saying is right there. Yeah, wow. If Leicester win and draw the next 2 games, they're going to be 1-2-6. That is Brendan Rodgers' birthday, January the 26th. Leicester also the 24th different winners of the top flight. Great stuff. Yeah, 89 is the 24th prime. Wow. I'll have to, guys. The last played on 2-6 in the FA Cup, and Leicester with a draw are 0-2-6. All right, I'm gonna post what I find, and I'm gonna say I think I would take Forest double chance. To be honest with you, I'll post it after this, then I'm done. Yeah. Yeah, something's going to go on here. What score would it be? Let me look at the table. I just deleted it. What the... Funny, Leicester have scored 10 and conceded 22, and that's the date Michael Jordan made his NBA debut, October the 22nd. And then you have... Wait, what do you have here? Wow, Forest have scored 6 and conceded 17. 617's 113th prime. That's when coronavirus was declared a pandemic. Corona connected to Crown. This game at the King Power Stadium. So there'll be 125. What's 125, Adam? What's 125? I don't know what that is. If Forest draw 125. 125 is when LeBron James overtook Kobe in the scoring charts the day before Kobe died. 125. And Leicester won that league, all connected to Kobe Bryant in 2016, which I've proven in videos. All right, draw. I think it's going to be a draw. And if it is 116, I'll let people know on my Twitter. Not to cover my bits, because I'm all about revealing deception. I'll just say, hey, it's funny how Leicester and Forest are now 116, 116 days before Brendan Rodgers' birthday. I'll just say that. But I think it's going to be a draw. There you go. Just for now. But I would take Forest double chance, which is plus 110. Anytime you can get more money back than your actual stake, anything higher than evens is always a win. Rodgers 5-2 to be sacked next. That's well worth getting on, isn't it? Imagine he gets sacked today when Forest get to 5 points and Leicester to 2, and he's 5-2 to be sacked. This is a key narrative game as well. It's the first derby between them in the top flight for 23 years. Wow, 9th prime. Buckingham Palace equals 89. Nice. I think people working at McDonald's are respectable people. They're just trying to make money, aren't they? I think you can define everybody who works at McDonald's under the same category. They're just doing the job, doing as they're told to make some money. They're not going to be questioning what goes in the burgers or... Hey, Mum, how you doing? Oh, he's back tomorrow, yeah? What time? Okay. All right, my mum's back. She's going to clean the bathroom. She's got the radio on. I can't listen to that either. Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama. You know I act the fool. You know what? Whilst I'm here, because I've got to get stuff done, I'm going to tell people what I see. Again, on my website, guys, I do post pretty much daily sports picks. And I'm right most of the time, but not always. There'll be some codes where you have to decide, like here. I'll tell you that I am leaning Forest double chance at plus 110. So then you've got to make a choice. Again, just bet responsibly if you do bet. Obviously, there's really no point, in my opinion, getting on Forest double chance at plus 110 and putting 50p on it. You know what I mean? I think you're wasting your time for that. But maybe a tenner is all right. You know what I mean? Well, you win £10, 10 profit. You can actually do something with that. But the people doing what I used to do, betting thousands of dollars, oh man, it will take years off your life. That I think, however much money you win. All right, this may be a trap, or may be the riddle. you do like Leicester. Let me just say this. The game is a span of 116 days before Brendan Rodgers, two male names. Brendan Rodgers' upcoming birthday. Remember when I had Leicester win the FA Cup at the beginning? And they did. They beat Chelsea in the final. If Leicester win, both Leicester and Forest will have records of 1-1-6. Draw seems like a good shout at plus 300. They last met on 2-6 with a draw. Leicester will get their second draw and stay on 6 losses. This is the 8th game as well, which was Kobe's original number. Forest will become 1-2-5. Kobe is so synced with Leicester, and LeBron overtook Kobe in the scoring charts on 1-2-5, January the 25th. What else do I want to look into here? For Queen Riddle. Okay. Leicester will advance to 2 points and Forest to 5. Queen Elizabeth became queen at age 25 in 1952. Something else that I found. 2/6/2022. Let's have a look at this. 2/6/2022. Oh my word. They last met 239 days ago. 52nd prime. Forest can advance to 5 points and Leicester to 2. I think this is a draw. But wow. They met 239 days ago, the 52nd prime. With a draw, Forest have 5 points and Leicester 2. What else can we have here? So they both won 40 teams each, 40 games each. Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. With a draw, Leicester and Forest can both stay on 40 wins versus each other. I know you might look at the 41 there. Kobe died at age 41. All these 41s. Right now, Forest have 4 points. Leicester have 1. But that 40-40 seems pretty big. So it'll be the 28th draw. That is a perfect number. What else do I have? All right, I'll put the Queen thing again. Okay. Today leaves 89 days left in the year. Queen Elizabeth died on a date that can be written 8/9, 8th of September. How long is this game after her death? She died 9/8. Oh my word, she died 25 days ago. Leicester will advance to 2 points and Forest to 5 with a draw. Queen Elizabeth died 25 days ago. Wow. If this hits here, if this is a draw, it's going to be exceptional. If it's a win, Leicester, it's that 116. And that's the main thing I see for Leicester. I know they have some other stuff. Leicester last won a game. Let me see when Leicester last won a game. You got to clean your bathroom. Wow. I don't think Forest draw. Their next points will be a win to go 7 points from 4. I'm not sure. Have you not heard what I've just been saying there? Thoughts on reptilians? I don't want to get into reptilians. I think we all have the reptilian aspect of our brain. All of us. We all have that. I think they're possessed by demons, is what I'll say to you, more than reptilians. If somebody like David Icke's telling you that they're reptilians, then they're not. They'll be demons. They're possessed by demons, which is more believable than them being reptiles and lizards, lizard birth and all of that. So let me look at Leicester City. I want to see when they last won. I think my mate said they last won on Kobe Bryant's birthday, which will be scandalous in itself. If they did, and then they get that 41st win. Let me have a look if that's when they last won. Their last game was 2-6 as well. For another 26. Let me put that. They lost 2-6 to Spurs. I know that can be 6-2, but the reality is they scored 2 and Spurs scored 6. Their last game was 6-2 or 2-6. So when did their last win? Who did they beat? It was Leicester last won on Kobe's birthday. It was on penalties against Stockport, which is where Phil Foden was born. 26 shots for Leicester, 6 for Stockport, 266. Philip Walter Foden, 266. So their last one, although it was a draw, technically, their last one on Kobe Bryant's birthday. Hey there, how you doing? Kobe is playing Jesus. Be quiet, mate. Imani, calm down now. So, can I class that as a win though? Because it was a draw that they won on penalties. I don't know, but that was on Kobe's birthday. The last time they had a positive outcome in regards to like going into the changing room at the end, victorious. I'm going to change. That's the word I can use. Leicester were last victorious in a game on 23/8, which was Kobe's birthday, and he died at 41. So there is a chance either team can win to get their 41st head-to-head win. Again, I'm just going to give you the numbers here. I think a draw. But again, the majority of people on my website are high-level coders. They'll make their own decision. I don't think there's people that can't code at all. Wait, didn't I say Brendan Rodgers? But yeah, that's what I had. That was another one. And then I'm done with this code. Where is it? Today leaves 89 days left in the year. Buckingham Palace 89. Queen Elizabeth died on a date that can be written 89. She died on the 251st day of the year. The game is a span of 251 days after Rodgers' birthday. I need to mention that. Also, Kobe died on Brendan Rodgers' 126th birthday. And if Leicester go and win their next 2 games, they will have a 1-2-6 record in the league. All right, there's some numbers for you. It's really interesting. If I had to pick and bet, which I won't bet, if I had to, it would be double chance to be safe. Because if this is all about Rodgers getting sacked, there's more chance he gets sacked after losing. That's why you have to take in the narratives, not just the numbers. And if Leicester win, it's that 1-1-6, and they'll win the next game. They'll beat Bournemouth to get 2-1-6, which is 6 times 6 times 6, and they won the Premier League in 2016. If I had to tell you what to bet on here, it'd be Forest double chance. If you're feeling really lucky, you get on the draw. But again, the draw is just so sweaty. It's just so sweaty, isn't it? The draw. Betting on draws is miserable, especially if you're going to watch the games like most people who bet do. It's awful watching a game where you've got the draw. It's like watching the NFL where you have the under. You're just watching it one in mistakes. It's not fun. That's why most people bet on the over. So there we go. That'll do. This is just fun to read. Like my 10th post of the day or something ridiculous. Right, I'm putting that. And then I'm going to go now, I think. Got to respond to loads of messages. I'm a bit disappointed. My brother was supposed to be coming for dinner tonight. Is not coming anymore. But I just looked at the time. It's 2:38. The last time that Leicester were victorious. That's crazy. That's a bit weird. Wow, 1 hour, 57 minutes. Kobe died a span of 157 days after his birthday. My word. Then the All-Star game after his death, the winning team got 157 points. This is crazy, isn't it? I actually know nothing about coding. I'm trying to pick up what you put down. I thought, well, read my Queen book. You'll learn how to code. It's mainly about durations. Because history repeats itself through durations. When you understand durations and cycles and moon cycles, 19-year moon cycles, you'll see why coronavirus was declared a global pandemic 19 years after 9/11. That's why you'll predict that in 2039, something huge will happen if we're still here. So that's 19 years after 2020, and 239 is the 52nd prime. Don't make you a genius. It's just you connect with the code. All right. I think they do think we're morons, because most people are. Because they're being programmed to be morons. And that's not really me intentionally going out my way to insult people. I was a moron for 33 years. I might have thought I was all intelligent and cool and got everything sorted and ticked every box. I was a moron for 33 years. Yeah, we are. Our lack of knowledge is absolutely ridiculous. And someone like me, my knowledge is definitely going day by day, but I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But yet, in general, most people in the world are unfortunately morons. And that's not me being critical. I was one of them. But we've been programmed, and it's designed for us to be morons. The education system's been designed for us to be morons. The last 2 years have shown that with what people are doing and accepting and playing along with. And it's the harsh truth. It's not me being mean. Because I'm opening up and saying I was one of them. Although I thought I was so smart, I wasn't. So, yeah, I only have 38 people watching. Hopefully more people will watch this later. I've just destroyed the Premier League again. I've destroyed the Manchester derby. And whatever else that I've talked about. I forget half the stuff I talk about. This Forest Leicester game, let's see what happens. Whatever it is, we know it's going to be a big ritual and it's all going to be coded. I just think at this point it's probably going to be a draw. But I really won't be sat there watching it or paying any attention to it until someone texts me and says, you called it, or Leicester won 5-0, or Forest won 4. I don't care. All right? If you do bet on it, I always say good luck. Don't bet what you can't afford. And if you ever do lose a bet, don't bitch at other people for it. You placed the bet. Okay? That's something a lot of people have to learn. If you lose a bet, you placed it. All right? Simple. All right. I love you. I love your honesty. Thank you. I wish more people were more honest. But again, the system doesn't allow that because honesty is not promoted. When you're too honest or you're too confident in yourself and your views, people put you down. If you don't go with the mainstream, people put you down. That's what I'm saying, because they're morons. If they're still watching the news now and playing along with it all and still going to these football games after watching the videos that I do, still idolizing Hollywood actors, then you're pretty much a moron with what I've given you. Giving you this sacred knowledge for free for most of you. It's up to you what you do with it. Dismiss it at your peril, or embrace it, and then it'll help you grow within this satanic realm that we live in, because it is Lucifer's realm. Biblically, it is his. This realm is his, or he's in control of it, and he's allowed to be. But if you don't believe in Satan and stuff, then that's the huge thing for me. What took me to the next level was the spiritual aspect to it. The God, the Jesus, the spiritual war that we're living through. That's what took me to this whole new level. Not just coding sports, the whole thing. That most people can't be around me and talk to me about this stuff because they're either in awe of what I say or it hurts their head. That's not my problem, is it? Can we get an MLB code on the website? I don't know. I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. Maybe. Probably be able to nail it because it's 103, the 27th prime, which is 9 + 9 + 9. And obviously baseball is 9 innings. MLB and gematria is 9. If there's any type of nines, like a pitcher getting his 9th loss or win, it's probably going to hit. But I don't know. Have a go. What I'll say to you, brother, so you're a good guy, why don't you code a game? Try it now. Look at some of my previous codes, watch some of my MLB videos. Pick a game that you like, that you're intrigued in, and try to code it and see what you find. You might realize that you're amazing at it. Try to code yourself again. It's not a competition with me. And give it a go. See what happens. So I would say, why I do what I do, it's not because I want you looking up to me as some sort of idol. Get better than me. Become better than me. I'd love that. So I can learn from you. So try not to just wait on me to send you a code. Try and code yourself, brother. Just try. Maybe you go, I can't do this. It's too much. And that's fine, but at least attempt to code a game yourself. All of you in the chat, if you're interested in this knowledge, try and code yourself. Give it a go. There's no exact formula to doing this. There isn't. Nobody taught me. I did it myself. I figured it out, and I've got my own style, and other people copy my style now, which is fine. Figure it out. You might end up becoming an incredible coder where I'm watching you. All right. I've been very well side, man. Woo! Been busy. I think I'm almost ready to go back home to Mexico. I've been here a while now. I've seen a lot of people. Like the thrill, other than the family, which is still amazing seeing, and your friends, I've had all the food now. I've had all the chocolate. I've had all the beers. I've experienced the different weather. I've been around the banter, played a bit of footy. I've done all of that. It's like, all right, now am I just staying here basically for my family? And then again, my brother's supposed to be going for dinner. He cancels for whatever reason he's given. Oh, work, the Matrix, work. Well, your brother's here who hasn't been here 5 years. And we planned this over a week ago. And then the day of it, you're just going to say, can't come. Sorry, work. This is what I mean. People are so trapped within the Matrix. So that's why I love being in Mexico. I'm there by myself. I'm free. I'm in that pool swimming. I'm in the sun. I'm running around. I've got no schedule. And I just inspire people. Here now, I'm just here. There's a few more people I really want to meet. I may stay for that Bon Iver concert. I don't know who I'll go with. Probably won't go with Stacey. I might go with a group of friends. Again, when you meet girls, it's like they know I'm here short term. I make that very clear. I'm going home in a few weeks and stuff like that. So I would say now for the next few weeks, I'm just going to purely see as many of my friends and family as I can again, exercise, and then get back to beautiful Mexico. I might actually start looking into flights now. If anybody does want to meet me or whatever and you live local, just let me know and I'll try to figure it out. I'm going for a walk on Tuesday, tomorrow, 7 a.m. The Pennines, Malham, 20 odd mile walk. Hope the weather's all right for that. It's scheduled to rain all week. I would love to see Mexico. Hopefully one day you will. Obviously, Mexico's a giant country, so depends where you want to go in Mexico. It's huge. I live in a beach town, which is so different to Mexico City or Guadalajara or Monterrey and places like that are huge cities, like London. Depends what you want, but Mexico's amazing. The people are amazing. And I have a great life there. All right, I'm going to go. I need to contact Expedia as well, who still owe me $1,600. Sickening. All right. Cheers, guys. If you haven't watched my full Foden video, please watch it. Please share all my work with anyone who's willing to listen to it. I don't know, start liking my posts more if it helps my algorithm. If you're not on my website, support me for a month. If you don't like it, leave. Not going to ruin your life, $10. If you are there, thank you for your support. If you are betting tonight on this silly Premier League game, good luck. Yes, that's over and out, baby. Over and out. Take care and have a blessed day. Cheers, guys.